Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show, honey. And like the commercial says, grab your coffee and your tea because we have a lot to talk about today. And if you're new to the show, we just basically talk about some red hot topics. But today, my friends, we have a wonderful guest that I'm going to let you introduce yourself, sir. And I am so excited to have you on the show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a lot of energy early in the morning. That was without your coffee?
And this is me all the time. I'm telling you,
Oh,
I'm on
okay.
1000. I love life.
Wow. And I'm assuming life must love you back at least, right?
Well, yes, it does, matter of fact, but that's another story. You got to get the book for that one. But
Uh,
please introduce yourself to the audience and let us know who you are and what you do, sir.
I am, well, first of all, I'm always going to start off and say, I am a black man. That's the first thing I'm going to start off from that end. I think that's important for everybody to know. And that's who I represent. And at the same time, that's why I try to express the best way that I can. But I'm also the how can I say it, the 100% and 50% other piece or connection piece to my wife, who's not here. Her name is Sharon. She happens
Mhm.
to be a school teacher right now in Richmond Hill as an English teacher, and we both are the creators and also the promoters of what we feel is a strong representation of relationship site called Taking the Journey Together, right here
Okay.
on this very same network too at the same time.
Whoop, whoop. And by the way, before we go any further, let's give kudos to our Black media for holding us down as our platform. Hello,
Yes.
guys. Thank you so much. Please click the new feature on Facebook that allows you to send us stars that help support this platform and allows us to keep bringing you these programs. Whoop, whoop. All right, sir. Go ahead.
Mhm. Oh no, hey, I think it's important to give honor where honor is due. That's one thing is for sure. And certainly, this network has been working with us to get our message spread, even though we're on another radio show, WRUU 107.5, every
Oh,
Saturday
wow.
morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. We've been doing that for the last now 3 years. Of course, we've been on this network
Wow.
for the last 2 years from that end. But our show is all about trying to spread the good news that our relationships do not have to be a conflict, but our relationships can be something where we both work together in unity. That's what our show is all about as we take that journey together.
That's awesome. So how long you said 3 years on the radio, correct?
Yes, yes.
And then 2 years doing it on this platform.
Yeah, I think it's been about 2 years. Of course, if Sharon's here, she would correct me, but I think it's about 2 years.
We usually know dates. No lie. We know dates now.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And of course, her being a teacher, she always reminds me every day she has to keep track of all of those students and remember their names. And I just remember people by faces. I don't remember by names. I'll be honest with you, sis. I really don't.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that. So how long have you guys been married?
This is our second marriage. Sharon was married for about 30 years, and I was married for about 16. So you put it all together, and we've been married now I think 10 years. We're 2, 3, we're about 60 years in marriage. So,
You do that thing well, huh?
yeah, yeah. Most people look at Sharon and I, and they don't believe our age. And most people look at Sharon with me and Sharon and say, "I got him young."
Oh, so basically you guys been in union together for about 10.
About 10 years, yes.
So tell me a little bit about the show. So you're helping couples sort of go down this journey or path of marriage. Is that correct?
Marriage is, of course, one of the paths that people could take when it comes to relationships, especially what we call committed relationships, long-term relationships. And yes, I do believe that long-term relationships can be and should be committed relationships. Now, of course, our belief system and what we push has to do with balance. We know balance has everything to do with not perfection, because there's nothing perfect in this world anyway. So we
All
try to
right.
push perfection. Excuse me. We try to push balance in this
Balance.
particular matter. So we just basically talk about our own experiences. We talk about different elements that have to do with what we believe are good. How can I say it? I'll use the word again, elements to keep your relationship balanced, keep it thriving, and keep it healthy, if that's what's a direction that you want to go.
Oh wow, that sounds like a really. So what times do you come on?
Again, we come on this network at Thursdays, which is going to be today at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 7. We might invite you to come back on too on our
That
network.
would
I mean,
be
on our show. We'd love to
awesome.
have you back.
Oh, I would love to. I don't know about today, but I would
Okay.
love to do it on a Thursday. If
Well,
I would have
definitely.
known, I would have made some room for you, but I get
That's
it.
all right. That's all right. You know now, and there's always a next time.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's dive right into some of the
Hmm.
topics that you might have covered in the past that you might have felt that was very, very beneficial for your audience. Because we get feedback even in the replays. I know I do, and I'm sure you do.
Hmm.
Comments, questions, whatever the case may be. Was there a
Hmm.
scenario or a situation on one of your shows that basically helped someone tremendously and they were able to reach back out?
Well, we always kind of camp on one of our favorite basic foundations. One of them is our vision statement, which is we are going to relate. It doesn't make a difference what our mom says, doesn't make a difference what our dad says. Excuse me if you're religious. It doesn't make a difference what Jesus says. We are going to go out of our way to relate. And
Mm,
taking the journey together, our belief system is that we should relate not the old fashioned way, which is you should relate only with your lover when it comes to a marriage or a long term relationship, but really not your friend. You know, that old saying you see all the time that your friends can't be your lover and your lover really can't be your friend. But for
yeah, I've
us,
heard that.
it still goes on even right now. You can see it in shows, you can see it in plays, you can see it every day in life. It's still that way. Our younger people are kind of going the direction that I believe for a long time, which is that your lover can be your best friend and your best friend can be
Mm,
your lover. So we push the basic foundation of friendship as being the element or being the energy that you should be using if you already have it, or you can create as being the center of your relationship.
mm. So if and I'm sure you've had these questions,
Hmm.
what about that religious piece? What about that, that person that's looking for that soul mate or that
Hmm.
person that's looking for that godly uh partner? I mean, do you advise religiously, using your own beliefs, or do you just go with what you just stated, the basics?
Well, things are relative, as we all know. And it's funny, relative. I mean, relative and relations have relatives in them too. Anyway, things are relative when it comes right down to this, because religion is a way that people practice that's according to a certain denomination, so on and so forth. But a way of life can be in conjecture under the idea of spirituality, and both of spirituality and religion sometimes they cross, or still, how can I say it, tactical ways or ways that people utilize or how they live their life. In the
Mhm.
case of relationships, in this particular case, there is a religious path that people take when it comes to relationships. There's no doubt about it. It's been that way for quite a while. From a
Mhm.
spiritual point of view, or a way that people, want to follow as being spiritual, there are other ways that people look at, when it comes to relationship or relating to one another. We ourselves and what we push, we don't push a religion. We don't really push a spirituality, but we push from the standpoint of who we believe who we are as a human. I mean humane, but human beings. From
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
standpoint of view, we look at the fact that and believe very strongly that friendship has always been a good foundation that can balance a good relationship, to be honest with you. And we believe that friendship is also very strong of a portion of what we call love. Sometimes people feel friendship is not love, and love is not friendship. We don't see it that way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting because you love a friend. You
Most of
love.
the time, your deepest love, unconditionally wise, is with your friend. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, has there ever been let's say, a question or a comment that just blew you guys out of the water? Like, what?
Mm, not really, but we usually have a statement that we have and say that usually blows people out of the water. So I'm going to try to present this to you and see what your answer is from
Mm.
that end. And we use, and like I said, usually when we bring this up, it blows people out of the water. Like for instance, this is a button that we have. I'll put it in front of the window right here.
Oh, yeah, hot. Uh-huh.
Hot. So let me ask you something. In a relationship, what do you think hot is in a relationship? Is it crooked? Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So this is very interesting to me because I have
You're
hot
supposed to
being
have
an
this on too. Go ahead.
huh?
She
I
told me
have
to put it
hot.
on.
I honestly have hot being an acronym for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hot for me is honest, open, and transparent. So I consider in my relationships, if I'm talking about being hot, that's what I go to. So that's sort of my,
You
yeah.
just took our acronym. You know that, don't you? That has been our acronym for years. Honest, open, and transparent. I know you sounded from some. I know you found this someplace because every
I'm
time I
telling
listen,
you,
no
I'm
one has ever put that together before, sister. Anybody, but hey, it doesn't really matter because we want the word out that
yeah.
comes to hot, we usually do H.O.T. Is something that is a good element to add in a thriving relationship. You have to be honest. You have to be open. You have to be transparent. Sorry. You need to push to that. At the end of all that HOT is equaling authentic. And I think that's what's been missing in a lot of our relationships.
I
We are
totally agree.
not authentic. And that's one thing that my wife and I try to do, or my partner, my lover and friend try to do, is in our shows, we are very authentic with one another. And I think that's important in a relationship, is to add that relationship of authenticity. I think I said it wrong.
Yes.
She usually corrects me, but I think I said that right.
I agree totally with you. And I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, and that's sort
Okay.
of one of the things that I've carried ever since, I don't know, about 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
Um, and when I heard the concept, I just embraced it totally. And everything that I have done since then, I've considered that being my mantra or my motto or whatever you want to be. And the show itself, red hot topics. We're open, we're honest, and we're transparent about the topics and what we feel about it. And that was the whole formation of the show. I want people to be honest. This is a
Hmm.
platform for you to, and oh my goodness, I can share this. During
Hmm.
the presidential races, that was the most uh interesting shows I've had in a long time to understand people's thought processes and where they stand based on different things. And I didn't shoot down anybody who
Hmm.
was for or against, but the thought processes
Hmm.
and the critical thinking and that level of intellect is just very interesting to me right now. How something can be in your face and it's you just
Hmm.
are, you're just not receiving it. It's just unbelievable to me.
Well, there's an old saying in the world of religion. An old preacher told me years ago: some things cannot be taught; they must be caught. Like, for instance, hot
Oh,
actually came. I'll say it again: some things can't be taught; they have to be caught.
I
They have
love
to be
that.
caught.
I'm
So
gonna have to embrace that one too.
that has no problem. Actually, the word "hot" or the acronym "hot" came from um, um, was put together from Sharon. Actually, she put the acronym together because she's a teacher, an English teacher, always correcting me all the time. But anyway, that's how she rolls. Because I was doing a show called "Taking the Journey" years and years ago, and I had about
Oh
seven
wow.
writers who wrote for me on a blog years ago. And I've written two books, one on relationships and one on My Soul Says, and sure, of course, Sharon's a writer too. And I had about 100,000 people that followed me in the blog that had to do with relationships and using these same principles. And so
Mm.
when she came on board, and basically when we, got together and got married, our second marriage, I she became a writer and she also became one of our guests. And while we were there doing what we were doing, I told her one of the main principles was open, honest, and transparent. And she said, I like it, I like it. And she said one day, no, I got a better way to put this. So she put the H in front of the O and said, let's
Yeah,
it's hot. I go, okay,
yeah.
go ahead and roll with it. And that's pretty
I
much
love it.
how hot turned into, well, that's how hot came about. I just put it like that from then.
That's awesome. That is awesome for you guys to meet in such a space,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys just, instead of, to me, it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of hi, how you doing? My name is blah 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 blah. What do you like? What do I like? Da, da, da,
Mm-hmm.
da, da. You mesh organically in a way to where both interests are commenting, complimenting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Your likes and dislikes are complementing one another. That's what I think a good relationship is. It's not you complete me, nothing like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just that you guys complement, not complete, but complement one another. My faults
Mm-hmm.
complement yours. It's not taken away from it. It's not adding to it. It's just meshing.
So
You know
you
what I'm
must
saying?
you must have been listening to our show, haven't you?
When I heard that you were going to be on the show, I got to do my homework. I'm like Oprah. I had to do my homework and see how you guys roll. And I absolutely love it because usually my husband is on the show as well. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, work takes place.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I love the dynamics because a lot of people, especially now, you
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of folks talking about relationships, talking
Mm-hmm.
about this, talking about that, and then lo and behold, they live a whole different way. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, like politicians. But anyway.
Yeah, like that. But the biggest relationship, the I guess that you could say that had everyone's ear. He just recently passed last year. I think his name was Kevin. He
Yes.
basically,
Kevin Samuels.
yes, he had a lot of followers and people that took his word on a lot of things. And then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true it is or whatever, but I'm a strong believer that, your words have to match your character. You have to be able to say and do on the same playing field. I mean, how do you feel
Mm-hmm.
about that?
I listened to Kevin quite a few times. In fact, I saw him during the time of the COVID because we were still doing our shows, recording them actually from the house. So he happened to pop up just because I have lot of Facebook, internet, and a lot of stuff that comes my way when it comes to relationships. Very
Mm,
strong passion of mine. So he came up and I had a chance to listen to some of his shows. Very unique brother, actually, I'll be honest with you, what he talked about. Controversial, no doubt about it. Some of the stuff I agreed with, some of them I did not agree with.
yeah,
And I don't know where he got some of his ideas, though. No, put it like this: as a black male, I know where he got those ideas from. So
yeah,
lie
Yeah.
about it. I grew up with
Uh-huh.
many brothers. Grew up with, I hung around with boys and all that stuff, playing basketball, football. So I come
Right.
in this 70 days. So I know where some of his concepts come from then in. But they didn't add the equation, and I'm just going to be honest, they didn't add the equation of friendship involved in the relationship. I don't think that was a strong concern. In fact, I don't think it was a concern of his at all in that particular.
Mm,
And sadly to say, in a lot of relationships, which Cheryl and I call a surviving relationship, friendship is not important. It's just not.
wow. Wow. And I have to say I agree with some stuff that he was saying as well and disagree. And it's because of the database. I would say your database sways you in so many ways, your experiences, what you've learned, what you've unlearned,
Mm-hmm.
subconsciously, unconsciously. It guides you. It's your moral compass type of thing. And I'm just like, okay, that's what he thinks. I just don't think that you should take any person as Bible per se, because everybody's experience is different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All I
Mm-hmm.
can say is this is what I think, or this is the way I did it, or whatever. But when you start talking about this is what you should do and da 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 da, I'm like, ooh, because that's just an arena that's I'm like, ooh, I just hate to do that. Now, if you come to me and say, what do you think I should do? Then you've opened the floodgates.
Mm-hmm. 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 Uh-oh.
But because I mean, now you're open. Now you're asking me my thought process on what your methods are, or what
Mm-hmm.
and then that puts my opinion in it, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
I
But
like that. That was good. You'd be a good politician. I might vote for you.
well, my husband's running for mayor, so so
Uh-oh, everybody heard that. That's a new one.
yeah, you heard it first. Hey, but not mayor of Savannah, not
Oh,
mayor of
okay.
Savannah, but mayor of Garden City, which is on
Oh,
the other side.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We used to live there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
really?
when we
Wow.
first moved here from Denver through Kansas City, Missouri, that's where I met my wife. Is actually in Denver. I was working for the U.S. Census, putting a whole bunch of offices out there, and I met her at a Black Arts Festival that her and her daughter, I think, put together, or maybe someone else put together. And she happened to be when I was leaving in a tent, and she was doing her thing about selling books through her company called Cherry Moon Publishing. I had a book company I was running called something raps. I was taking a whole bunch of young folks raps from my son and putting them together in books and saying, hey, you can sell these books besides being on the microphone and sell your thing. Bottom line
Oh,
is I met her, saw her before I left. And we just got into a deep conversation about, books, about writing and so on and so forth. And it seemed like we just knew each other for years. That was the start of a good friendship and kind of went from there. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is exactly how it reminds me of me and my husband. I mean, when you start talking and it's like you are two peas in a pod,
Mm-hmm.
like, wow.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this event that's coming up here. Let's pull that up.
Uh,
Yeah.
this event is, we actually tried to start this event through our marketing person sometime before the COVID. I'll be honest with you. We were going to have it at a beach called American Beach. It was a beach that's right outside of Florida. In fact, it's right on the edge of Florida in Amelia Island. And there's a beach where a
Mm,
black guy started years ago called American Beach. We went down there and go down there a lot for our retreat, if you may want to call, and kind of get away because we love the beach. So we were down there one time and we renewed our vows and had Jamal come down and help renew our vow. Jamal Turner, most people know about him. I think he's on this he's on this same streaming channel. And so we came up with, hey, why don't we get other couple or give other couples this opportunity to come to a beach, relax, do some retreat because water has a way to cleanse you, and put together
right.
they're called a WOW. I think it was WOW stands for water on something. I can't remember exactly at this time, but we decided to try that then. Of course, COVID stopped everything,
Ah,
put everything in the, in the back burner. And so this particular year, we decided let's go ahead and give this a try again, but let's try to do this in town and instead. And kind of partnered, or at least thought about one of the many good couples that are out here to try to connect and make a guest with, and then try to invite others out to be part of what we're doing from that. And so that's pretty much how it started, and that's pretty much what we're going. We hope to do this every month. We just need to find some other good restaurants that are out here. Mostly, we want to start in hopefully in the urban community, in the Black community, and
Mhm.
then kind of do this every month to give everybody a chance to be part of our great night that we do.
Well, that sounds like a great thing. So, okay, so you have certain things that you have the couples doing, or
Yes, I can't tell you all of them because you got to
oh,
come
okay, you
to
just
be.
gotta come.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
to come.
got it,
But one
got
thing
it,
is for sure, in this date night, you will leave knowing each other, or you'll be leaving that date night saying, "I wonder about you."
Wow, wow. So you're looking for restaurants now. I think I got one in my mind. Um, is it, does it, so the restaurants that you want to hold these, is it a
Mhm.
particular type of feel, ambiance that you're looking for?
It needs to be more of a romantic kind of ambiance, no doubt about
Hmm.
it. We believe that romance is that side of that lover side that relationships also need to understand that it's important. It's not the most important closeness. In fact, there are 12. You probably don't know this, but there are 12 types of closeness that you need to have in your relationship. The first one we mostly look at, of course, is the one that has to do with the sensual or sexual part of closeness. It's important, but there are 12 types of closeness. That's not the only one we should, fixate on and make as the center. But romance is a very strong part of the connection in a relationship. So we like to have a romantic kind of atmosphere all possible.
Okay, and the sitting area, everyone needs to be together, correct?
Well, the couple should be together. Yes, we don't need to have everybody together because it won't be intimate. We want to make sure it's intimate between those couples.
Got you. So I'm trying to put my brain around the restaurants. You know what, how
Exactly.
we can sort of be exclusive but yet not. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, exactly. The
Yeah.
10 should be the minimum because we want to again make it exclusive sometime in the future this year. Cheryl and I were probably going to do something at a hotel, at a church, or some kind of venue where we're going to do an all-out seminar that has to do with hot. We're glad to have you and your husband come because we have almost an hour-long study and element under the heading called hot. Hot has a lot of information and elements and knowledge that you need to know about and present in your relationship because it's such a strong element and the foundation of a thriving relationship, a healthy relationship. There's no doubt about it.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And this information right here, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, definitely give this information, write it down, check it out, all of the above. I'm really, and the date, let me see what the date is on here.
17th,
Ah, there it is, February 24th.
oh,
Okay.
24th. I'm sorry. The 24th. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So February 24th, my folks, check it out. You have to make sure you go. That's going to be really interesting.
We hope to see you and your husband show up too at the same time. I think our marketing agent was, which I was going to try to have here, but she's teaches too. She says she's going to have passing out gifts, and there is a raffle for something. I don't know what the raffle is for that she's put together, but there'll be a raffle for something. But when you come there, make sure you come open minded. Make sure you come in such a way where you want to learn, but what you want to learn is how to become more of a friend. The first one we had, which was in Richmond Hill, we did it at the Pavilion Restaurant, which is a
Oh,
Hispanic restaurant that was in Richmond Hill, as I said before. It was a very good one. You can always go to our website. You can take a look at that one because it will show the couples who showed up. And there were some couples there who had a strong friendship. And through that event, they got to understand that that relationship was not only real, but it was actually right for them. And so we were very happy to confirm some relationships on that particular matter.
no, that sounds amazing. Hey, Derek, how are you? What's going on? Oh my goodness, this sounds like it is going to be nice, very, very nice. I'm definitely going to tell my husband about it. I really want to come. And the more and more I talk to you, the more and more I know I'm going to love the business. I can't wait to meet her.
Well, we want to also invite out all the hosts of our Black media. It's important. It's talking to Julia Spotter behind it. So we want to try to invite everyone, all the couples, to come out to be part of this first one that we definitely want to make sure we dedicate it to how our Black media has been so nice to us and
Oh
also
yeah.
has been outgoing to give us a chance to get that message out. So if they're watching today, you're invited. If not, we're going to try to make sure we get all the information to everybody so they can be out that particular day too.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I just love it, love it, love it. I want to thank you for coming on the show today, sir.
You're
And
welcome.
let Miss Sharon know that I can't wait to meet her. And
Hmm.
I will check my calendar, and you guys just let me know what Thursday you want me. I can't do it today,
That's all right.
but I will definitely love to be on the show and hopefully bring my hubby along too. I would love to do that. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the audience about the event or to give them information about your show?
Again, our show's coming on today on this very same network at 6 o'clock. I always get that wrong. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Because we go more than here local. We go all over the country and the world if you tap into it. Plus, we're on Roku too at the same time, so people want to make sure they know that. But we are talking about in this our show. We are talking about dualism. I think that's what we're talking about this time, about dualism and how dualism is important in the relationship from the standpoint of what you just brought up at the end, complimenting one another. A lot of people don't understand compliment doesn't mean that you two are distinctly just different.
Right.
Compliment is what you both do together that comes out to something that's good, that's
That's
positive. I
great.
always say it's moving from being dependent to interdependence. Interdependence means that you can do more than you can do more with someone else than what you could do by yourself. I'll leave it like that.
That right there. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Hmm.
It's not that you are not it's not that you're lacking,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
It's that you can go further and do more together.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
All right.
I will definitely keep your information on both my social media platform as well as the shows. And again, all blessings to you and Sharon. And I'm looking forward to the invite, sir.
All right. We'll see you.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye bye. Oh my gosh, that was a great interview. Please, guys, go to my page, the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show, and check out all the information about his show, about the event. You got date night. All of that is on my page, the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show, as well as the evenings page is the MonaLisa Monroe Show. So please consider attending if you are a couple, if you are a husband and wife, whatever the case may be. Please go to the website. I'm sorry, to the Facebook page to get the information. And you can go to his website and check him out. Thank you again. Oh, and I wish that Miss Sharon was on, but that's okay because my husband was missing. So, the show must go on. But we love the spouses. We love the interaction between the couples. And I just love it. I just love it. You guys go check it out. Taking the Journey Together. Check it out. So, all right. So we're going to get started on the red hot topics for today. So, first off, we are going to go ahead and go into College Board to revise AP African American Studies course. Okay, what do you guys think about this right here? Basically, the African Americans AP course has now passed in some areas, and kids are going to have the opportunity to go to these classes and to learn about African American history, which is the bomb. I agree totally. And then next, the brutality, the police brutality culture. What say you about the culture? So I saw the funeral. It was heartbreaking. I saw that the Vice President Kamala Harris basically attended, and it is just so sad. It is just so sad. So now they're pushing to pass the bill of the George Floyd bill to handle this police toxic culture. And are we talking about all police? No, we're not. We're actually referring to the few bad apples that makes the whole police department look like they are insane. So I have police officers in my family. We are not talking about all police officers, but this shed a light on a lot, because here we are thinking it's the majority of the craziness is with the white officers. Well, now we're talking about officers that's African American. So it's not about the color, it's about the culture. So that's the point that right now we have to tackle. Once again, it's not about the color as much as it is the culture. So let's investigate the culture. So what do you guys say about that police brutality culture? The thought, the taste, the hatred, and you try to wrap your brain around it, right? Now, just the other day, I read, I don't know how true it is. It's what allegations or whatever, but what I read, or what me and my husband was talking about, was we read this article that basically stated that this was about a woman. Yeah. So the police officer's ex-girlfriend supposed to had started moving around, or seeing, or maybe even liking this gentleman. You can't tell American history without Black history. I'm for it. Hey, me too, Derek, definitely. But so it ended up, oh, and I'm reading, I don't know how true it is, but the police officer, the reason why they were so and this is what, I don't know how true this is, but this was out there, was about a woman. His ex-girlfriend was supposed to be seeing this skateboarder, this gentleman, come on now. This cannot be about a woman. Please don't tell me this is about a woman. So I'm curious to know what you guys know, what you guys think. But that's what I read the other day, that this is about a woman. And for you to have other police officers support this stupidness, that's what we're talking about. The culture, the violent culture. And for them to have a nickname of, what was it, Scorpion Squad, or it's just wow. And I mean, seriously, you see this in movies and you just think it's movies. No, there's a toxic culture out there that is just, and it's it's like the norm. It is so crazy because it's like, it wasn't even necessary. And then you wonder why they run. You wonder why, because they don't want, it's like they don't want to get killed, but then they end up getting killed. It's just crazy. A traffic stop turns into murder. A traffic stop, a broken headlight, a jogger eating ice cream. I'm just like, what? So what do you guys, ladies, gentlemen, what do you think about this police brutality culture? We're not talking about color, because these guys were Black. We're not talking about that. we're talking about the culture. Am I talking about every police officer? No. I'm talking about the bad apples that are messing up the whole department. And for this chief, this female police chief, to shut it down, that's what I'm talking about. Warren Mitchell retired with excellent 34 plus years of service from DPD. That's what I'm talking about. We're not that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have some great I have police officers in my family that go to work every day and want to go home, okay? But then it's these police officers that get a badge and a gun, and then they think that they are God. They think they are badder than bad, and and I worked at a police department, okay? And I'm going to tell you, they pull from ex-military, ex-postal service workers, ex um you know physical trainer, whatever. So you've got this, I'm badder than bad people applying to be a police officer, and when they pass the physical test, the psychological test, how are they getting past that? And trust me, I worked at a police department. Yes, you can pass the physical, but that psychological test, that right there is where it's bias. That right there is where it's supposed to sift out the crazies. It's supposed to sift out the people who do not belong in the police department. But literally, when you probably look at that test, you're basically picking those people who, and this is not every case, this is just some of the cases, you're picking the people who you can manipulate, or who know that they can probably do the most, and just to think, this is what I'm reading. This particular squad, this Scorpion Squad, or whatever they're called, was formulated simply to catch crime, murderers, dope dealers. That's what you were formed to do. And then you turn into what you're catching or what you're looking for. And it's like movies playing out in real life. How many movies have you saw when the police officer went too far? How many movies have you saw when the undercover police officer ended up stealing, killing, drugging, and you just think that that's a movie? My husband always that's how I say movie. But here you are thinking that doesn't happen. That really doesn't happen. Yes, it does. And it happens in real time. It's happening right now. It's if you Google police brutality, how many cases of police brutality that have been reported. Some of these crimes have yet to be reported. Swallow that. I remember back in the day when I was growing up, I can tell you police officers used to pick up kids, beat them up, and drop them off. And you see this type of behavior in movies. This is real. But it's hard to wrap your brain around it if you've never experienced it. And being Black in America, we Black and brown in America. Don't let me exclude anybody. Being Black and brown in America, you sit back and you go, oh yeah, I know about that. But time after time after time, you see a crime being made. I'm just being real, y'all. Like we were saying earlier, I'm being hot, honest, open, and transparent. You've seen time after time crimes being made with the other, with white people. Crimes being made. I'm talking about mass shootings. I'm talking about running people over. I'm talking about killing kids, killing children, killing their children, and they get handcuffed and taken to jail. They don't get beat down. They don't get shot. They don't get chased down and shot and beat down. They don't get that. And so I'm just, I want to know what you guys think. And this is even, I'm not even talking a prejudice thing. I mean, there is truth in the facts. The facts don't lie. Okay, you want an example? No problem. The last couple of school shootings were committed by white men. Okay, they're still living. Okay, Tyree Nichols, dead, traffic stop. George Floyd, dead, suspected drug use. What was his name? Ahmad, jogging, dead. Tamir Rice, playing, dead. So, facts. Mass shootings. You're killing children, but yet you still go to trial. You kill people praying in the church, and you live to have a trial. Tyree Nichols, beat down for a traffic stop, killed. Traffic stop. Didn't kill nobody. Didn't steal nothing. But like I said in the beginning of the year, 2023, new you, new me. We're not going to end these shows on a bad note. We're just not going to do it. I'm wanting to know what you guys think, and please click, like, and share the show. Spread the word, comment, because I always go back and answer any comments. I read them all. Thank you for all the listeners, the viewers. I appreciate you so much. Go to the website, www.MonaLisaMonroe.com, to purchase coffee mugs, t-shirts, totes, we got it all, and my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Click like and share the show. Tell me what you think about the Red Hot Topics today. And our guest today, want to thank him so much for coming in, taking the journey together. Mr. Craig and Miss Sharon Butts, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to visiting your show as well. Now, what's going on in Garden City, you ask? We've got our first Black History Month event, a taste of culture, a food truck fundraiser, and art contest. Now, let me explain the art contest. If you are in kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, we are looking for an artist. This is an art contest of an African American that you admire or love. We need you to draw them, color them, and turn your photo in to the information below. Turn your photo into Hello, Mona Lisa. Garden City Housing Team Inc. at gmail.com. Turn your photo in for this art contest if you are in kindergarten all the way up to being a senior in high school. We got some judges that's going to judge your art. We love it. We love it. We love it. Now, the food trucks, oh, yes, we got some food trucks coming out. A taste of your culture, whether that's Latino, Mexican, Jamaican, whatever. Hopefully, we got your taste buds intact, baby. Come on out. When and where? February the 11th, and it is on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is Eastern Standard Time because we are in Georgia, Central Texas. Sorry you can't make it, but Eastern Time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is in the Savannah Hydroponics and Organics parking lot. 4107C 8th Street, Garden City, Georgia, 31408. We are looking for all of you to come on out and enjoy this African American history event. All proceeds will go to 15 residents that are needing repairs on their roof or a replacement of the roof. So all proceeds are going towards that ramp and roof project. Please donate to, there you go, www.supportgcht.com. That's where you will donate and that's where you will give. We thank you so much. Now, where do you go to register for this event? Go to Eventbrite. The event is free. Register you, your family, your friends, your church members, your neighborhood, community, whatever. Come on out and register on Eventbrite. Just click and type a taste of culture. It will pop right up. Or you could go to the Garden City Housing Team Facebook page. All the information is there. And secondly, we want to give you information about the art contest. That is also on the Garden City Housing Team page. So be sure you check that out as well. Both events, we're looking forward to having both of you or all of you there at both events. There you go. I'm trying my best to make sure all of the information is posted. So you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a message or to send me an email. Yep, there we go. All the information's there. Adjacent to the farmers market in Garden City. For more information, visit www.supportgcht.org, baby. Yep, that's all the information there about the event that's going to happen in Garden City. I don't know what you guys got going on in your neighborhood and your community, but this is going to be the first Black History Month event in Garden City, Hunte. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you come out and enjoy this gathering. Okay, yeah, this gathering. So before I let you totally go from the show, I want to sort of give our platform some love here. Our Black media honors the life, legacy, and revolutionary spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., outspoken, unapologetic, and real. You can find all of our platform shows, Taking the Journey Together, as well as the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. You can find all of us on this platform, and it is on Roku, YouTube, and Facebook. And you can this is a newsletter that will be sent out. It's well, I've heard that it's been around for a minute, but this is my first time seeing this magazine. And I said I was going to give them some love. So I'm going to flip through a couple of pages and I want you guys to roll with me. And we all know who that is, the words of Martin Luther King, who we absolutely love. And then you have what's going on in Savannah, Savannah's hip hop culture, Savannah's events that they got coming up. We love it. We love it. Savannah hip hop, Black History Month. Yes, we are in the second day of Black History Month. Here's another event that you guys could check out in Port Wentworth, Black History Month celebration, Saturday the 18th. 10 a.m. to 3 at 7224 Georgia Highway 21, Port Wentworth City Hall. Oh, they got a lot of stuff going on. They got drumming, they got children's area venue. Oh my goodness, that's going to be awesome. So that's happening in Port Wentworth the next or the following Saturday from our event that's happening on the 11th. So make sure you go there and check that out. All this information is in this magazine. I can't wait to find out where you can pick it up. It might be online already. Check out our Black Media platform. It might be there, but this is awesome. This magazine is covering all of Port Wentworth, Pooler, Richmond Hill. Ooh, nice. So yeah, I told them that I was going to make sure that I mention a few of the pages, and I'm stuck now. I'm looking at all the pages now, huh? Check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna put this information. Oh, awesome! I'm gonna put all this information on my Facebook page. So if you guys miss anything, you can definitely check it out. Oh my goodness! So this is newsworthy as well. 68th mayor. So she is running for mayor of Savannah. Her name is Keisha Gibson Carter. All right. So she will be running for mayor, and you guys vote accordingly. That information is, here we go. The name of the magazine that I just flipped through for you is Hello Savannah. And our Black Media is one of the few, actually the only live streaming platform that has shows like this one that you can enjoy and check out on the regular, honey. We got shows all day, every day, all throughout the day. So we love the fact that you tuned in to this one, MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Check us out. We appreciate every share, every like, every comment. We thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, thank you, my guests that have spent time with us today, taking the journey together. Mr. Craig and Sharon Butts, thank you so much for attending. And Sharon, we missed you, but next time, girlfriend, I would love to meet you. Thanks again for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Click like and share. You guys take care and have a wonderful Thursday. Bye-bye.